5 rolls of unsearched wheat cents? We've got 5 reasons to smile. What are we waiting for? How's it going? This is Brian from Change is Good, and this is episode number 10 of the Jim Beam wheat cent bottles. These are truly unsearched wheat cents from a bar in Joplin, Missouri. I have more information about their history in the video description. After I poured these coins out of the Jim Beam bottles, I rolled them upside down so I couldn't see the dates. Therefore, I have no idea what's in these rolls. In previous episodes, I hunted the rolls live on camera, but most of the coins are from the 1940s and 1950s. That made hunting them live a bit repetitive. From this point forward, I'll be going through each roll off camera and coming back with a full recap of each roll afterwards. This will make the video a lot shorter and less repetitive. And as a reminder, if you like this type of content, hit that like, share, and subscribe, and now let's get started. And now, roll number 1. Alright, the roll is done, and so far we're off to a great start. This is the first coin I picked up. It's a 1915S. This is a semi-key date with a low mintage of a little over 4.8 million. So far, this is the first semi-key date we've had in the series. This is a great find. We also had a couple of finds from the 20s, a pair of 1929 Philadelphias. For being nearly 100 years old, they're not in bad condition. And lastly, we had a 1953D with a repunched mint mark. Let's take a closer look. Now, if you look closely at the mint mark, you'll see an extra D peeking out here at the bottom left corner. This is RPM number 14 on Variety Vista. Now let's move on to roll number 2. Alright, the second roll is done, and we had one find from the 30s, a 1936 Philadelphia. Unfortunately, it's not a double die. We also had a 1957D with a repunched mint mark. Let's check it out. Under the scope, if you look at the mint mark, you'll see splitting at the top left and bottom left corners. This is one of many different repunched mint marks you can find on the 1957D. Roll number 3, you're up. Okay, the third roll is done, and we had a couple of finds. Let's check them out under the scope. Here we have a 1951D with a die chip between the letters B and E in Liberty. This has been nicknamed a BIE die chip because the die chip often resembles the letter I. These do have some collectability, so I pulled it out. And here we have a 1955D with a really obvious repunched mint mark. This is RPM number 2 on Variety Vista. And here we have roll number 4. Okay, the fourth roll is done, and it had 2 finds, and they were essentially a repeat of the third roll. Let me show you what I mean. Here we have another 1951D with a BIE die chip. The die chip on this example has the exact same shape and placement as the one on the last example, and the mint mark placements are also identical. Because of this, I believe they're both struck from the same die. On this 1958D, if you look at the mint mark, you'll see splitting at the top left and bottom left corners. This is one of many different repunched mint marks you can find on the 1958D. And now the grand finale, roll number 5. Alright, the final roll had 3 finds. The first one is from the teens, a 1919 Philadelphia. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's severely damaged. The other 2 finds are repunched mint marks. Let's head back to the scope. If you look at the mint mark on this 1952D, you'll see a notch here at the top left corner and light splitting at the bottom left corner. This is one of many different repunched mint marks you can find on this date. On this 1957D, we'll use the same principle. You'll see splitting at the top left corner and bottom left corners of the mint mark. Here's a different angle so you can see the splitting a bit more clearly. Alright. Now let's do a recap of the hunt. Well, that was a pretty good hunt. We had a total of 13 finds, including 2 finds from the teens, a semi-key date 1915S, which was a find of the hunt, and a 1919P. We also had 2 finds from the 20s, a pair of 1929Ps, and 1 find from the 30s, a 1936P. And to top it off, we had 2 1951Ds with BIE die chip errors and 6 repunched mint marks, all from the 1950s. Well, it took us a while, but we finally found a semi-key date. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and it made you wish your coin dealer was your best friend, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any feedback or questions about any of the finds in this video, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back with you. Thanks again, and remember, every coin has a story, and some of those stories don't come around very often. I'll see y'all next time.